Hey, where's your cane, Tiny Tim?
Yeah, it's really too soon to make any diagnosis. Let's just say you're a little boy.
My story takes place on the home front. That's my dad. I wanted to be just like him. Everything we did became a great adventure.
Do you believe we can do this?
Yes, I believe we can do this!
Partner, do you believe you can do this?
I believe I can do this!
Pepper, Flint, Busby, it's time to go to bed.
All was good in the old Busby home, or so I thought.
You're going to war.
Yes.
I don't want you to go. Why can't we stay together?
The moment of truth. I am searching for the chosen one.
Me!
You. The movement of an object to inner power. Do you believe you can do this?
Yes, I believe I can move it!
You wanted the bottle to move so much. It moved. Your faith is powerful.
But if I get enough faith, nothing's impossible, right?
Even bringing my dad home?
Your faith won't work if you have even the slightest bit of doubt.
What if I can bring Dad back?
How? How are you gonna bring Dad back?
I can move a mountain.
You wanna move a mountain? There's one. Go ahead. Move it.
Was that an earthquake?
It's a miracle.
It's up to you to achieve the impossible.
It takes courage to believe. Your father would be more than proud of you.
You know, whether or not someone believes in God is a very personal discussion, and it's one that's been taking place in the public, though, with a number of movies that have been coming out recently. Son of God, God's Not Dead, Heaven is for Real, a whole wave of religious films. And I think that's commendable that there's an audience that's being met. Hollywood won't meet it, so this kind of like side industry of filmmaking has sprung up to address it. And Roma, Downey, and Mark Burnett were behind Son of God, and they're behind this movie. And I like the direction that they're going in, because again, as I said, you know, everyone's relationship with God is very personal, but the way it makes you behave and, you know, be a better person, a stand-up individual, those are the public results of your relationship with God. And I think perhaps that's a better thing to focus on with movies, to inspire people to do good, to be good, to be upstanding citizens and family members. And I really like what the message of this movie, I like what it has to say about relationships with fathers, because I think this is something that doesn't get enough attention. I think that for centuries, I was going to say decades, but for centuries, because women have the child, you know, physically, it's often believed that they are the better caretaker for the child, and they're the more important relationship. And, you know, that comes up with divorce, but also as we move forward into an era where less and less people get married, and we don't have, you know, nuclear families as we did so much in maybe in the heyday of it in the 50s and 60s, and you have a lot of single mothers, and again, when you factor in divorce into that situation, you have a lot of parents' rights discussions. And you've seen fathers in the UK, for instance, be very vocal about this and dress up in costume like Batman to really call attention to the issue. And even when I was in the mall over the weekend, I saw this really great ad campaign with posters up around the mall of different images of fathers and their child, boy or girl. You know, fathers can be wonderful to daughters as well. You know, just saying, you know, take the time. I think the tagline was something like, "Take the time to be a father today." And I thought that was just really nice to see that, you know, that relationship is valuable. And that's what so captured my attention about this trailer. That this trailer made you focus on the father-son relationship. And I thought it was so well depicted. Michael Rapaport is a wonderful actor. I think he's a very specific actor. You can't always find the right role for him, but playing a dad is it just seems like a perfect choice. And this boy is very good as well. And I think that the relationship that's established between the two of them is really exciting and it rings true. And I think this is a great perspective on soldiers. So often it's made to seem like only sons go off to war, only young husbands and fiancés. But older people go off to war as well, especially in huge wars that require a huge stream of soldiers. They have to take everyone they can get. Geoffrey Rush, of course, was drafted in The Book Thief recently. Very good film as well about World War II from the European side, and that explored that a little bit, but not to the degree that this film seems to be doing that. And I just think it's incredibly powerful that people worry about dads too. Nobody at any point in their life is expendable, and they have, perhaps even stronger relationships that they forge, which this movie seems to show. So in just the short span of this trailer, they were able to make me care immensely about this boy and Michael Rapaport, and both of them, and to see just for a split second his father fighting for his life, it looked like he was in the jungle somewhere, actually, he was stationed there, was just really, terrifying. And I think that it's a great film to see. I hope it's not irresponsible in the power of faith. Clearly when he moves that mountain, it's some sort of earthquake, although I guess, if you want to take the religious aspects of the movie, perhaps it is a miracle. But I think the message about, I wouldn't say you should have blind faith, but having faith is important, especially in individuals and people that you love. So I think this looks like a really interesting movie, a very potentially powerful movie, and a great movie to underline how important fathers are. So I'm curious, does this look like a good movie to you? Do you think this could compete in the theater? At first glance, it might look like a cable movie, straight to on-demand, but these other smaller films that have very strong messages about religion have done quite well, so maybe this one about family can do well in addition. And is this something you want to see on the big screen? Do you want to see this kind of message movie? Is there room for it in the very overcrowded special effects arena that the movie theater has become? So thank you so much for tuning into my review, and you can check out some more episodes right now.